episode of Angst. This is the second part of the Intrusive Thoughts episode where we got one listener submitted intrusive thought.
Guys, I didn't think there'd be any. So whoever sent this, and we have no idea who it was.
It is anonymous, yes.
It's super anonymous. It was very exciting getting it. So just a quick reminder before we get into it. If you've got one you'd like to share, hit him with the email address, big guy.
It is Donnie, DONNIE, at davisgeneration.com. No hyphens, no funny letters, davisgeneration.com.
Donnie at davisgeneration.com. Totally anonymous, or you know what? Doesn't have to be anonymous, but we won't share your information online, okay?
Right.
But just hit us with it. We would love to hear, and we're going to get into the one lovely listener that sent one in.
Yes, it states, I'm really enjoying your podcast. It really says that.
It really does.
You don't have to use this, but I wanted to share to let you know people are listening and interested in what you have to say.
Oh,
Again,
nice.
I didn't make this up. Somebody outside of the two of us wrote that. I sent this anonymously because I don't want people to think I suffer from mental illness.
Oh, come on.
Intrusive thoughts hit me in moments of frustration, times of high stress with overwhelming responsibilities hanging over my head when somebody's, usually the same few coworkers, walk into my office uninvited, knowing that I'm...
Just another push for remote work. Good. Sorry.
That's all right. Knowing that I'm eyeball deep in tasks that must be completed with deadlines that are within hours or even minutes away. Yet, they decide it's a great time to come unload some irrelevant information, opinion, unsolicited advice, or personal problem.
Ugh.
Why are these always the people that have to go on and on and on with every minute detail? My intrusive thoughts seem to bounce all over my brain, telling me to shove all the things off my desk in a fit of rage, then just smack them in the eye and kick them in the shins, just reach out and knock some ever-loving sense into their heads.
Oh my
I want to shout, shut up, shut up, shut up, and then follow it with a whole speech I've rehearsed in my head to tell them that they are inconsiderate, selfish, and boring.
Dude, tell them.
All the while, I'm smiling and pretending to listen, nodding my head with interest, but the truth is that I can't even hear what they are saying because my intrusive thoughts are rehearsing how I really want to respond. Then, my mind wonders how old a person has to be to justify it in having a loss of impulse control, and if this is what a mental breakdown feels like, and if I am mentally ill, and if I'm anything close to normal, and on and on and on. A few of the scriptures I meditate on to deal with intrusive thoughts are:
This is good.
2 Corinthians 10:5 refers to taking thoughts into captivity and casting down negative thoughts and imaginations. Philippians 4:8 discusses healthy things to meditate on, so I intentionally replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. It's a crucial step to mental health. 2 Timothy 1:7.
Ooh, I got this one nailed down.
This one I meditate on for lots of reasons. It helps me refocus and reminds me that God hasn't given me a spirit of fear, anxiety, but one of power, love, and a sound mind.
I don't want to make this about me, so this will just be really quick. But there was a time through high school when I was really going through it that I would say that verse over and over and over in my head. It didn't seem to help me at the time because I think there was a few more layers to it. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that disrespectfully. Like, I believe in God and scriptures and all of that, but...
You're missing a couple pieces.
I was missing a couple steps, but that was something that I would just rehearse over my head. Anyway, go on.
Well, that's the end of that.
Oh, okay.
And I want to say I cracked up while I was reading it because I've actually been both of these sets of people.
Mm-hmm.
I've been the person who just walks into someone's office and they're just nodding me along and I'm just eating the candy that they have in their office and distracting them.
Is it a community jar?
Never.
Oh.
Individually wrapped, pre-COVID.
Yeah, Tootsie Rolls.
And then I've lots of times been the guy who's sitting at my desk and doing this. Just waiting for them to leave. So, thank you so much for sharing.
Whoever you are, if you want advice, listen. If you don't, fast forward. I'm not sure what you need. But let me just say this. What's wrong with telling those coworkers, hey, I'm actually unable to focus on what you're talking to me about because I have this deadline. If I happen to get done before the deadline, would you mind if I just came to you at that time so that I could actually listen to what you have to say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Set up a boundary.
Set that boundary. It's your time, the deadline, your job. Unless maybe you are in a position of leadership, that is a little bit tricky. But still, I think at the same point, you're allowed to say, hey, I actually have this deadline. I'm unable to, I'm unable to focus on what you're saying. So give me a minute. If I can get this done, happy to have this conversation.
Yeah.
The end.
For sure.
And that's fair to them too. They don't know that you're feeling this way, I don't think.
That's what I was about to say. That's part of a deeper conversation around human communication, but you really can't be upset with somebody for doing something that you've never told them that you don't want them to do.
Yeah. So, first of all, you shouldn't worry what anybody thinks about your mental health, okay? Do you, dog? Second of all, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was great. I think it's super relatable probably to anyone listening to this podcast or that has ever had coworkers. So thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
Yeah. I grabbed some off the internet too, just in case we wanted to fill time since it's only been 6 minutes. But if you're cool with just ending it, we can just end it.
Well, I want to share what you discovered about intrusive thoughts and how they are actually, I don't want to say a symptom.
It's tied to
OCD, which your girl has a tendency to have that when she's feeling it. And y'all know I got these intrusive thoughts about the plates and the pulling his pants. You know what I mean? All of it.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you want to expand on that?
I didn't have anything prepared to talk about this.
Oh, gosh. Oh,
you brought it up. I thought you had something to say.
You're the one that told me about it. So I assumed that you had...
I was going to say that for the OCD episode.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is actually great. In a few weeks here, we're going to have an episode about OCD and our experiences with it, what we've learned about it. I'm sure he's going to have an excellent outline. I think in real life, we are going to be recording that sometime this week together. We're about 4 weeks ahead of schedule, so bear with us. We will get there eventually.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, if you have any intrusive thoughts you need to get off your chest that aren't like illegal, you know, I think you can flip your desk at work and not get arrested. I mean,
shut up.
Yeah, yell it.
Just don't kick him in the shin or hit him in the face.
Yeah, just no hands.
Yeah.
Anyway, share them with us. Donnie,
get them off your chest and into my email.
Into his inbox. Donnie at davisgeneration.com. And maybe say you would like advice or you just want to get it off your chest, because I don't want to give unsolicited advice.
Right. Thanks,
see?
guys.
Did you see that? I gave you a boundary.
Ah.
Anyway, that's all.
Do you want to drink water or take a walk? Are we over that now?
You guys, you know what? And as always, why don't you drink some water and go on a walk? But not in these temperatures. So do it early in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to do the evenings, and it's almost as if it was just preheating all day.
It's exactly the case.
Yeah. So you gotta hit it early. But if your only option is later, you should do that too. But also, good luck.